In our last game on our Week 5 weeknight slate, we have the Washington Huskies on the road at the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Yes, this is a Big Ten Conference game. Rutgers, the home team here, is favored by 2.5 points, and the over-under sits at 44 and a half. This game kicks off at 8 p.m. on Fox. Now, Rutgers opened as a 3-point home favorite, but that got bought up. And it was also over, we're looking at 45.5. So I said it earlier, but that's disappeared now. It's moved through the key figure of 44 when we're talking about college football totals, the third most frequently occurring number. Now, I'm watching the availability of a couple of Rutgers defenders. It's been a team that's been a little bit banged up. It hasn't really shown it yet. They haven't gotten bit for it yet, but they have been a little bit banged up. Their top linebacker, Motori, he's out for the whole season. And the other linebacker, Tyreen Powell, he's dealing with an Achilles injury. He returned to the field last week, but played like 46 snaps. He's still questionable. I would just keep an eye on him. They did pull him off the field as soon as they did not need him. Washington, of course, this is the big story. They're traveling back 3 time zones from coast to coast, and they're doing it with a day less. Now, if they're playing on Saturday, they would have a bonus day to be able to get to Piscataway, but here they're doing it on a Friday. That's a big advantage for Rutgers, in my opinion, because they're both playing on a day short of rest, but Rutgers doesn't have to go anywhere, and Washington has to fly all the way across the country and get readjusted to now being 3 hours ahead. So, the Huskies' defense, it's been pretty stingy this year. I know they played against Weber State, Eastern Michigan, Northwestern, I get it, not good offenses. But they did hold Washington State to just 136 yards on the ground. And this is a team that's been running the crap out of the ball on everybody. Washington State's been a terrific team. I do think that their defense matches up pretty well with what Rutgers wants to do, which is line up hand the ball off to Kyle Monangai and say, here you go 50 times. That's how we're going to beat you. Now, defense, in my opinion, travels better than offense. There's a lot of data to back that up. But finishing drives for Washington has been a big problem on offense. So if we're talking about maybe not traveling as well, and they've already had a problem finishing drives, you just look at that Wazoo game. They had 5 drives inside Washington State's 30-yard line, and they came away with 0 touchdowns. Now, that's a testament to Wazoo's defense. But that Wazoo defense just gave up 52 points to San Jose State. So we're not talking Georgia's defense. We're not talking about Ohio State's defense, not Miami's defense, right? 5 trips inside the Wazoo 30, 0 touchdowns. They had 4 field goals, and then they were stopped at the 1-yard line to end the game there. And in total, because they were unable to come away with points in the 30, right, inside the opponent's 30, but got there frequently, they did outgain Washington State by 70 yards. Now, my numbers, which is an aggregation of a bunch of industry power ratings, respective power ratings, make this closer to a pick. I do manually adjust. I'm a little bit down on Washington compared to the industry here, but it's closer to a pick. But look, I'm just not buying Washington under 3 on the road with everything kind of laid out there. Both offenses, though, they've been surprisingly efficient. Washington is 17th in offensive EPA, even if they're not finishing those drives all that well, and Rutgers is 43rd. We got under that key total of 45, so I think I'm going to play back the over at 44.5. The way I believe that the Huskies are going to keep this closer to the projected pick'em is to score more points. It's a low total. I'm thinking something like 28-21 here either way. That's going to put us over the total. I'm taking over 44.5. But hop on over to our Discord server where you can connect with over 4,000 sports betting fans and get live updates in our college football channel. There you'll join a sharp and very, very active community. Here we are rolling almost into October. It's never been more active than it is today. Don't forget to subscribe to the Lines YouTube for weekly college football odds and betting videos all season long. And subscribe to us on your podcasting app of choice, be it Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, whatever you're using these days. And if you liked what you heard here, please drop us a good review. But thank you so much as always for watching. I'm Brett Gibbons. We'll see you next time.